stressful it was to bake a cake.
Welcome back to Creepy Ghost Stories. Ooh. Okay.
And I'm about to tell a ghost story. It should be haunting to any man with an ex-wife, because it involves the ex-wife.
I love you so much.
I love you too, buddy.
I'll tell you a scary story. It involves my ex-wife. Maybe I hope she doesn't find this video.
I'm not even going to mention her by name.
Well, that's good. Okay.
Yes. So if you are watching and you know who you are, if you are who you are, I'm in bed with my new wifey and we're in love.
You didn't know what you had. Sucks to be you. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Oh, we got the sweetest comment, hubby. Somebody was like, "Oh my God, you guys are so sweet," and you just lit up when you came home, and yeah. But this
Was that Kate? Not Katie?
No, it was this girl named Taylor, I think. Inner Beauty 1000. That's Taylor, right? She has Lyme disease. She's the one who made that video with all the yummy food. And I was like, I want that and that and that.
Yeah, Taylor, yeah.
And she's so cute. Okay, anyway.
So when my first wife and I first moved up here from New Mexico, we decided that we would go and spend a weekend, have a weekend getaway at the Stanley. So we did that. And this is back before ghost hunters, before the Stanley got overrun with people hunting the ghosts that are there.
Oh yeah.
Now, any given weekend you go up there, you're going to find a bunch of people.
Paranormal team.
In fact, I went up there with a paranormal team for a Saturday night, and I don't know how anybody in that hotel gets any sleep on a Saturday night, because we were up, we were going around, and there were a good 4 or 5 other groups going around in various states of inebriation looking for ghosts.
Yeah, anyway, what the hell? Yeah. Like, seriously. And nothing was dark either, right, hubby?
No, it was all, the lights were all on.
Yeah.
It's a working hotel. You know, if somebody has to walk down to the freaking front desk at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, you better leave the lights on in the stairs and in the hallway so that they don't trip over something and sue your ass.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but before all of that, my first wife and I went up for a weekend, and the first room they put us in was, I forget what the room number was, but I will say this, it was very close to the room that, legend has it, Jim Carrey stayed in while they were shooting Dumb and Dumber there, and he called up to the front desk at 3 in the morning and demanded another room. Did not give a reason, but demanded another room at 3 in the morning.
Wow.
And this was the room next door to ours. So we walked in there and we just could not get right. Like, we were just like, "You're feeling it too?" Yeah. We called down to the front desk, asked for another room. They didn't even ask us why. They didn't even say, "Is there something we could put right?" It was just, okay. Next day,
that was the feeling in the basement of my house that I grew up in, and the 4th bedroom. It was just like, this is wrong, and you need to get the hell away from here right now. It was that same kind of...
in the 4th bedroom?
Well, nobody while I was growing up.
Oh.
It was just an extra room. But then Illy Pedo moved in there. Yeah.
Bad pedo people.
But we're not going to talk about him.
Yeah.
So anyway,
so the next day, we got a good night's sleep, fairly good night. Had dinner at the restaurant, which is just still in desperate need of a visit from Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my God, for reals.
Next day, we're going around. At the time, I had one of those big over-the-shoulder camcorder things. It was the late 90s, and the batteries were all charged. I remember because I had it plugged in overnight to make sure it was good and charged next day. So we're going around before we had to check out, to look around the hotel and that sort of thing, just having some fun. and I get to a certain stairwell, and I'm shooting up the stairwell, and the battery goes dead. Shouldn't have happened. It was plugged in. It was charged. I checked it when I put it into the machine. It was charged. It was fully charged. Suddenly, little bar,
To nothing.
gone. Nothing. Took it out, looked at it, blew on it, rubbed on the leads to clean them off. You never know. Put it back in, fully charged, for about 10 seconds, and then down to nothing. Didn't think of it. Didn't think any
Wait,
of it.
it was drained and then all of a sudden automatically recharged and then drained again? That doesn't make sense.
Well, dig this. No, it doesn't make sense. But dig this. The battery's probably. No, never mind. Didn't think anything of it at the time. I thought, well, maybe I put the wrong battery in or something. Went home, drove all the way back down the side of the mountain. Got home, checked out
Oh,
my gear a
yeah.
second time. Both batteries, including the one that was in the camcorder, were fully charged.
Yeah. What the hell?
So, yeah, something was up there, not draining the battery, but draining the energy from the battery before it got to the camcorder. So the camcorder thought there was no battery. And now we'll have another brief pause and then come back and talk about the Pheasant Run thing.
Dun dun dun. The thing in the basement. It was scary as hell. It's alright. Ooh, we have to put a trigger warning on here for Sasan because she's so scared of the Stanley and everything.
Okay.
So she won't panic, so remind me that this part
Okay.
needs a trigger warning. Okay, guys. Love you. Be back.
Bye.
Bye. Welcome back to Scary Stories in the Empath House.
You do that very well, but then you are part Romanian. And Transylvania is in Romania.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to suck your blood.
Okay, we can talk about that later.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to tell you about the thing in the basement. That's pretty much how we refer to it, is the thing in the basement at Pheasant Run, right?
Can you move the little pointy thing on the
Oh.
screen away from my eye? Thank you.
I wonder if that shows up in the video. I don't think so.
No, that would be really cool if it did.
I know,
Anyway,
'cause
we're
then
talking about the little cursor on the screen is like right in the middle of the...
And you can move it and like poke someone's eye like pew,
Ow,
pew,
ow,
pew.
ow.
I'm sorry. I can tickle your nose.
Oh, wait, I got a big crusty up there.
Ew! I love you. You make me dizzy though.
Oh.
Nobody makes me laugh like him. I'm so blessed. Yeah. Anyway, the thing in the basement at the house that he lived in when we met. We were inseparable right away. That's just hubby.
That's just your wifey. Anyway.
Yeah.
So then she brings Meidling over.
Who's my therapy dog.
And that was, what, the spring, summer of 2005.
05.
Yeah.
It was the spring still.
It was the spring still.
Because we got married in the summer.
Yeah.
On the solstice. Yeah. My favorite day of the year.
And I guess it started one time I was... Well, let's bear in mind two things. First off, at the time, we were both very into, like, paganism and Wiccan, and I was not doing anything to attract...
But you did say you dreamt and you wanted, like, a redhead girl.
I didn't really dream it, but I would contemplate these things during rituals, and was actively starting to design a ritual to actually manifest somebody. Not anybody in particular, but somebody.
And I've always been a nature spirit all my life. Like, my spirituality is very, like, nature worship centered and mother centered, so But what did you imagine? Because you told me before, I don't remember. It was like you wanted somebody with red hair, and what else?
Red hair, in their 20s, because at the time I was kind of in my 30s. Somebody with red hair in their 20s.
Younger.
Well, yeah, that would be younger than me. And that's about as far as I had gotten. I think there are some other issues. Well, not issues, but some other virtues. Yeah, virtues is the word that I was looking for.
Yeah.
And you kind of fit those bills too. I think it was sweetness and empathy and.
I love you. You do know
I love you too.
Okay.
Okay, so it's spring and we are. I'm barbecuing. I'm on the back porch barbecuing. Okay, so Mrs. Empath is upstairs in bed, just doing her thing on her laptop. And my Ling, who I'm sure you've all met before, was sitting on the edge of the bed.
You were there too.
No, I was downstairs barbecuing.
When it started?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember
And
that.
I had the front door open.
Oh, yes, okay.
For a cross breeze, because back then I was using charcoal, which I still like more than propane. I saw that. So I had to have cross ventilation because somebody didn't like the fumes of
It made me
the lighter
sick.
fluid.
Meow.
Darn.
I
I had a very good friend one time tell me never be stingy with the lighter fluid. But anyway. That was Newt. He was a pyro.
Yeah,
Probably still is.
He was really... Anyway. So the front door was open.
Right, and we don't know if what happened, whether that was seen as like an invitation or what, but at one point I went upstairs to check on Mrs. Empath.
You could just say
and
wifey.
my Ling, and the wifey. Check on the wifey and my. My Ling is sitting at the edge of the bed. She's on the bed, but she's right at the edge looking out the bedroom door.
That is so aggravating.
Looking out the bedroom door and towards the stairwell and just doing her defensive warning.
Yeah, she doesn't bark, she huffs. She
huffs.
It's like a passive aggressive, I'm not barking.
But I'm warning you.
Yeah. She's so stupid. Anyway.
At first I thought it was me because I was kind of standing between her and the stairs. But it's very unusual because when she first met me, she took to me right away.
Oh yeah, and she does not like men, but for hubby, she never barked once. It was amazing. Like, it's never happened before or since. But anyway.
So we didn't necessarily think anything of it. Kind of bothered us a little, but we didn't think anything of it at the time. So then I went downstairs, finished making dinner,